What's going on, my Central Unit Galaxy? It's the Central Man here, so back again with another classic WWE pay-per-view review. So the Royal Rumble train is traveling into the 2000s in the year of 2005 in the ruthless aggression era. So this time I'm going to review the 2005 Royal Rumble pay-per-view at the Save Mart Center in Fresno, California on the 30th of January 2005. The attendance for the show was 12,000 and the buy rate for the show was 575,000 pay-per-view buys. An upgrade than the 2004 Royal Rumble show. That show received about 500,000 pay-per-view buys. The main event was the 2004 Royal Rumble match. Chris Benoit won that match and he went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 20. The reason why I'm reviewing Royal Rumble 2005 because last year I reviewed WrestleMania 21. Last month I reviewed New Year's Resolution 2005. Anyway, the commentators for the show: for Raw we got JR and the King. For SmackDown we got Michael Cole and Taz. So the first match to kick off Royal Rumble 2005, we got Shawn Michaels versus Edge. So the rivalry took place in the autumn of 2004. And I cover that show. One show I covered, that was Taboo Tuesday 2004. That was in the, I think it was August or September of last year. Because the rivalry took place when Shawn Michaels won the voting to face Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship at Taboo Tuesday. That really made Edge jealous. You know, he was leaning towards heel. He got pissed off. You know, yeah, him and Benoit lost the voting. They got relegated to face, you know, face La Resistance for the World Tag Team Championships. You know, Benoit won the match on his own. You know, the tag team belts on his own. Edge bailed out. He showed up later on in the main event to cost, you know, Shawn Michaels the match against Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a way to rid off Shawn Michaels because he suffered a knee injury. He came back, you know, he was the special guest referee in the Elimination Chamber match. You know, at New Year's Resolution 2005, he eliminated Edge because he Sweet Chin Music, Edge because he got in the face of Shawn Michaels. Yeah, this is set up this match on this show. A good match, good opener, back and forth. You know, Edge, you know, he was taunting Shawn Michaels, doing his, you know, like his pose, you know, the front double bicep pose. He hit Shawn Michaels with the Edge-O-Matic. And the spear, he did two spears, outside the ring, then inside the ring for the near fall. Shawn hit like the diving elbow, and he was going for like the Sweet Chin Music. Edge counted into the electric chair drop. That was sick, and it was cool to see. In the end, Shawn Michaels attempted to roll up Edge, but Edge counted into his own roll up. He's using the ropes as leverage without the referee seeing it to win this match. Makes sense because Edge, you know, he's on the rise to become the next top star. You know, months later, he went on to become the first Money in the Bank winner, and also winning his first of 11 world titles at the 2006 New Year's Resolution show. You know, in the second main event after Cena won the Elimination Chamber match. You know, I also covered New Year's Resolution 2006. That was in, you know, late 2020. Anyway, so it's a shame they never like did some series of matches one-on-one. They ended up feuding in 2006 and 2007, you know, DX versus Rated RKO, and then Cena was the substitute of Triple H. You know, Shawn Michaels and Cena win the tag team title belts from Rated RKO, but never like one-on-one matches. In my knowledge, never had like a serious rivalry, you know, for the championship. You know, Edge was, you know, full rated R superstar mode, you know, in those mid to late 2000s. You know, it has to do with timing, and also the next 5 to 6 years, you know, Edge and Shawn Michaels retired from pro wrestling. You know, Shawn Michaels retired after WrestleMania 26, Edge in WrestleMania 27. You know, Edge, you know, Shawn Michaels had his combat match against, you know, with DX, and was it the Brothers of Destruction. You know, that was in that, was it Crown Jewel of 2018? And then Edge came back in 2020 last year, feuding with Randy Orton. Yeah, showed up at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, feuded with Randy Orton at WrestleMania 36 Part 2, the Last Man Standing match, and Backlash last year. The greatest wrestling match ever. Not really, it was a good match, but yeah, it's got to do with timing. It's a shame, but I think they had good chemistry. Anyway, the next match, we got The Undertaker versus Heidenreich in a casket match. So I talk about this match. In 2019, I did a 3-part DVD review series of The Undertaker's Deadliest Matches. Heidenreich and Undertaker's rivalry took place in the autumn of 2004. Heidenreich got involved in Undertaker's match with JBL for the WWE Championship. This was a last ride match at No Mercy. You know, he put Taker through a hearse, and then I think he was riding this type of car, I think it was a Jeep, and crashed the hearse with the Undertaker inside. And then I think he got involved in Taker's match. He was part of the 4-way match at Armageddon. So this is this match for the Royal Rumble, the casket match. Holy shit, casket matches, they're hit or miss sometimes. Yeah, in this time period, 04, 05, or early parts of 05, you know, WWE is trying to experiment with wrestlers with bad gimmicks. They're not really that good. Yeah, they're giving them these crappy gimmicks. They're not really getting over. This time period, Heidenreich was collabing with Snitsky. You know, because Snitsky was feuding with Kane, because he basically killed Kane's child. You know, because Lita had a miscarriage. There's one segment on probably on Raw or SmackDown. You know, basically both each other give compliments each other. You know, Heidenreich said to Snitsky, "I like what you did to babies," and Snitsky said to Heidenreich, "I love your poems," because yeah, he was doing poems. You know, boy, that was a weird gimmick. You know, Heidenreich was not that good. You know, he's got the look, but he's not that good in the ring. And yeah, he's kind of like goofy. He looks goofy. His theme music, for me, it's a bit generic. It's like Heidenreich. Go find it on YouTube. You know, it's just like so generic. Anyway, the match sucked. It was boring. Snitsky got involved, tapped the Undertaker, trying to put Taker inside the casket. Kane came out of the casket, chased up Snitsky. Snitsky rammed the casket into the face of the Undertaker outside the ring near the ring apron. In the end, Taker chokeslammed and tombstone Heidenreich and put him inside the casket to win this match. Yeah, that rivalry never get anywhere. The rumors, like, the story is they were about to do like I think it was a 4-way. They were about to do a tag team match, probably at WrestleMania, between, the Brothers of Destruction taking on Snitsky and Heidenreich. I'm guessing it was scrapped to the last minute. I don't think they did a tag team match. I wish they did. I don't think they did one at No Way Out the following month. Yeah, I think they kind of. I think it has to do. I think it was scrapped due to Snitsky and Heidenreich. They're not really getting over. I don't. Snitsky's okay, but not like he was not getting over as well. But not saying too much. But anyway, so the next match, we got a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. We got JBL, the champion, defending the belts against the challengers, Kurt Angle and the Big Show. This was a fun triple threat match. Not the best one, but it was good for me. It was fun for what it is. The first half of the match was between Big Show and JBL. JBL and Angle are the heels. Big Show was the babyface. Big Show was bold at this time period because I think he was feuding with Angle, and I think at the time Angle was he was the SmackDown GM. He got fired by Vince McMahon. He basically blow a tranquilizing dart you use it for hunting the tranquilizer dart, and then also he shaved the Big Show bald. Yeah, he bald right now in later years, but anyway, Big Show was about to chokeslam JBL into the announce table. Angle low blowed the Big Show, and he hit Big Show in I think it was the head with the TV monitor, and Big Show fell into the announce table. And then for a little time it was between JBL and Angle. And then Big Show came back, think like Big Show basically like I think JBL hit the clothesline from hell on Big Show, and then Angle hit the suplex onto JBL. Angle trying to pin the Big Show, but Big Show kicked out too. The ending was a bit overbooked. Big Show tackled JBL through a barricade. That was cool. And then you got like Mark Jimrak and Luther Reigns. I think it was Kurt Angle's lackey. I don't. Yeah, it's not the. It's not. They didn't. He didn't form Team Angle because at this point, Benjamin went to Raw. Haas will remain on SmackDown. Because Angle turned on Haas. And then you got the cabinet. After JBL won the WWE Championship from Eddie Guerrero. I think it was after SummerSlam or before SummerSlam, JBL formed this group known as the Cabinet. You got JBL the leader, the Bashams, Orlando Jordan, and also you got Emmy Weber. I think Weber got basically fired or left the company. I think it was 2005, 2006. Yeah, she got replaced by Jillian Hall. I think she was kind of like the valet with the company at the time. I think the Cabinet was released I think it's disbanded in 2006. It sticked around in 2005. Anyway, they got involved, because JBL was about to be stretched off, and I think the Cabinet stopped the medical team to, they're trying to help JBL win this title match. Yeah, they beat down the Big Show. In the end, JBL hit the clothesline from hell from Angle to win this match, and retained the WWE Championship. So afterwards, there was one segment later. Yeah, JBL and the Cabinet celebrating, they're drinking champagne, and Teddy Long, the SmackDown GM at the time, being the party pooper, he kind of brought JBL into another match, and it's very rare to see GMs booking matches, the champion to another match on the same segment on a pay-per-view. Instead of saving it towards like a Raw SmackDown after the pay-per-view. So basically, Teddy Long booked JBL into another match. They'll be at No Way Out against the Big Show. This was a barbed wire steel cage match. I will review No Way Out 2005 in the future. So JBL's title reign, it did serve its purpose. They're trying to find a way to how JBL get away. Mostly it's been outside interference. It's not like they booked JBL like a chicken shit heel. I think JBL's title reign, I think it was good. It's way better than Jinder Mahal's title reign. Let's be Jinder. No disrespect for Jinder, but he's not that good. He was fucking a roid head. I don't want to get into Jinder Mahal's title reign, but JBL's reign was a bit better. He's a better worker. He did serve its purpose. He always cheats. That's the whole point of a heel. You always cheat to win. So anyway, enough of my spiel. So the triple threat match, I don't give it like 2. Some people give it 2 stars or 3.5 stars. I give it 3.5 stars. It was fun for what it is. No problems, but the ending was a bit overbooked for me. Anyway, so that's match number 3. Before I get to match number 4, there's one segment. This is involving Batista. Batista was getting over. You had Carlito basically, trying to ask Batista to sign his petition. Basically, trying to get Teddy Long fired, and then he said no, and he's about to, Carlito's gimmick. He's eating the apple and spit the apple in, his opponent's face. I spit the face, and everyone would not be cool with. I can't do the accent, but. He's trying to spit in the face. He's trying to spit the apple in the face of Batista. Batista kind of like interrogate Carlito. He said about, you watch Raw, what I did, with the flagpole. The reason why he's mentioned that because on the go home show to Raw, Batista basically was in the match against La Resistance. He shoved it was the flagpole with the Quebec flag. He shoved it in the ass, onto the ass of, I think it was on Sylvain Grenier or Ron Conway's ass, because Rene Dupree was on SmackDown at the time. It was Grenier or Conway. It's one or the other. So he said about, he threatened to Carlito, imagine what I can do with your stupid petition. He left. He's trying to get his number for the Royal Rumble match, because he was competing at the Royal Rumble match. This was the SmackDown vs. Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I'll talk about when I get to the Royal Rumble match itself. And Bischoff, the Raw GM at the time, said to Batista that Triple H Evolution was banned from ringside in his title match against Randy Orton. And Batista was it gave him the smile. I'll let him know. And you could tell Batista was slowly. You could tell he's getting on that way as a babyface. He's still part of Evolution. I'll watch my WrestleMania 21 review, because you could tell like fans are really getting behind Batista. I'll talk more when we get to the Royal Rumble match itself. And speaking of Triple H and Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship, that is the second to last match of the show. The rumors that and the stories that should be the main event of WrestleMania 21. I'm glad they never gone in that direction. So, in the summer of 2004, Randy Orton defeated Chris Benoit at SummerSlam, becoming the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in pro wrestling history at the age of 24. And then the next night on Raw, Triple H kicked Randy Orton out of Evolution, beat him down, and then the next month's pay-per-view on Unforgiven, Triple H defeat Randy Orton to win the World Heavyweight Championship for I think it was for the 10th time. No, I think it was the 9th time. I think he's on 14 at this moment, Triple H. Anyway, so yeah, Triple H and Randy Orton been feuding going into the rest of 2004, in the second half of 2004, and going into 2005. They had the fought at Survivor Series. In the Survivor Series match, they fought the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship at New Year's Resolution weeks before the show. This is basically the rubber match for the time being. So at this point, Orton was getting over. You got the ladies and the kids cheering for Randy Orton, and then in the quarters of the match, the fans were booing Orton. I think they poorly booked him as the babyface, and the bulk of the match, Triple H was working on the leg of Randy Orton. I don't know why, but I watched the Go Home show to Raw. On the Go Home show to Raw, basically Orton was in the match against Ric Flair. Ric Flair basically worked on the leg of Randy Orton. And then they're about to injure Randy Orton's leg. There was a referee bomb. Triple H got involved, working on the leg of Randy Orton itself. And then, Orton win this match. Start Evolution on the Go Home show to Raw before the Royal Rumble. Anyway, Triple H worked on the leg of Randy Orton. He kind of locked in the figure four leg lock. Orton got fucked up in this match. Before that, there was one spot. Orton was going for the RKO. Triple H countered it. He blocked it, countered it, thrown him into outside the ring. They really copied the same spot years later. That will be at the 2008 One Night Stand pay-per-view. This will be in the last man standing match between Triple H and Orton. Orton, going for the RKO. Triple H, picked him up, threw him outside the ring. That really caused Randy Orton to suffer a shoulder injury. That was in 2008. 2005, that was okay, because I'm guessing Orton failed on his back. In 08, he kind of landed on his shoulder. Anyway, so yeah, Orton got fucked up in this match. I think he was going for like a DDT. Triple H countered it, and Orton kind of landed head back first, and he suffered a concussion. In his facial looks, he looks like he's not himself. That really hurt this match. The match was okay. People give it 3 stars. I give it 2. I feel like, it's just like the fans booing Orton, but at the same time, he was making these weird facial looks. Triple H was going to hit Orton with the sledgehammer, but the referee got up, and that was Earl Hebner, because Triple H and Earl Hebner don't get along. They had a bit of a mini feud over the years, going into like 1999 to 2005, because Hebner got fired. I think it was like selling like fake merchandise. Anyway, so he's got to hit Orton with the sledgehammer. He kind of throws the sledgehammer away, hit the pedigree, win this match, and retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, it was an okay match. And as for Orton, that was the final straw. Orton as the babyface, and the best thing for Randy Orton in his career, turning heel, he RKO Stacy Keibler, who was Randy Orton's kayfabe girlfriend at the time, and also feuding with The Undertaker. In the rest of 2005, that was one of the best rivalries of 2005. 2005 was the best year of the Ruthless Aggression era. So anyway, main event, we got the 2005 Royal Rumble match. Winner faced the WWE All World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 21. The first two guys started this Royal Rumble match was Chris Benoit, the previous winner of the Royal Rumble match, that was in 2004, and Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was funny in this show because before this match, this was later on in the show, earlier. Basically, he stole Ric Flair's number. Ric Flair got pissed off. He's like, Guerrero stole my number. And you got this segment between Evolution and Teddy Long, Theodore Long. He asked Eddie to give Ric Flair's number, and Eddie's he's doing the whole lying, cheating, stealing thing. Classic Eddie. He doesn't have the clue what he's talking about. He gave Ric Flair his number, and also he stole his wallet. And that was funny. I watched that clip over the years. That is funny. It's a shame that, like, in the end of 2005, we're not going to see Eddie again. Anyway, he got eliminated after 28 minutes, and the fans booed. And Benoit was the Iron Man for this Royal Rumble match. I think it lasted about nearly 50 minutes. Got eliminated by Ric Flair. And I think Edge eliminated Flair in this match. Ric Flair entered about 20, I think he entered about 30, I think. Anyway, you got Daniel Puder enter this one and only Royal Rumble match. He won Tough Enough in 2004. They buried him on TV on this show in this match. Basically, had, Benoit, Guerrero, and Hardcore Holly. I heard rumors like Hardcore Holly got in a lot of shit a couple of years back. This was in Series 3 of Tough Enough. He beat one of the competitors physically. Anyway, they're both chopping the shit out of the chest of Daniel Puder. Puder got eliminated, and the reason why they did that, they punished Daniel Puder because in 2004 I think he literally broke Kurt Angle's arm with a Kimura lock. He self-proclaimed that he competed in the UFC. I don't know if he did compete in the UFC. Anyway, I don't think so. Anyway, and also you got the Raw guys and the SmackDown guys one-on-one. Before that, you had Muhammad Hassan came to the Royal Rumble match, and they were beating the fuck out of Muhammad Hassan. The Raw and SmackDown guys beating the fuck out of Hassan, eliminated him, and then he took it out on Sky 2 Hotty, locked him in the Camel Clutch, and that was Muhammad Hassan's one and only Royal Rumble appearance. He retired after he got killed by The Undertaker at Great Mega Bash of 2005. And then we got, Jericho did Rene Dupree's taunt, after eliminating him. You got the Raw and the SmackDown guys feuding. The end of like brawling. You got a brief reunite of World's Greatest Tag Team, that Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. The final four of this Royal Rumble match. Also you got Snitsky and Kane continue what they're doing. You got Christian beating down John Cena because there was one segment, they did a rap-off, and Christian, his rap was terrible. I'm not going to talk about the rap. Trying to rap, it wasn't bad, it was okay. It's better than, he did a rap a couple of years later at Survivor Series, T. Kofi Kingston, looking for a fight, Fuller versus Black, and Wonder versus White, what's up? Go watch that promo, that was kind of funny. I'm not saying he's a bad rapper, Christian, but it was okay. He ended up having a mini feud with John Cena later on in 2005. I think he got eliminated by, I think it was Batista. Batista was the MVP in this match. He eliminated, I don't know how many people he eliminated. I think it was 6 or 7. He eliminated, he really was the proper animal. You could tell he's going to be the next top star. The final four was Batista, Mysterio, Cena, and Edge. It's really funny that, and I know Orton was not in this Rumble match. He appeared in 2006, and you gotta tell that, those 5 stars will carry the rest of the Ruthless Aggression era. And the 4 guys in this Royal Rumble match will really carry the rest of this period, and end up becoming world champions in the next 2 years. Cena and Batista will win the world title in 2005, Edge and Mysterio in 2006. The final 2 were John Cena and Batista. The ending was good. Basically, it was almost controversial. Basically, Cena was going for the FU on Batista. Batista blocked it. Batista trying to hit Cena with the Batista bomb. I think Cena kind of countered it, but they tumble outside the ring. People will compare this to the ending of the 1994 Royal Rumble match. Between the final 2 of that match was Bret Hart and Luger. I'm glad they never go in that direction. And then you got the two referees, the Raw referees wearing the black and white shirts, and the SmackDown referees wearing the blue shirts. So basically, the Raw referees raising Batista's arms, and the SmackDown referees raising Cena's arms. And then you got Vince McMahon came down to the ring and torn his quads, and then you restart the match. I mean, it's a good decision because the differences between the ending between the 1994 Royal Rumble match and the ending of the 2005 Royal Rumble match, because it was the two different eras, you know, because at the time in 1994, you had the one world champion, and you know, back in 2005, you got the brand split. Anyway, the match was restarted. Batista hits Cena with the Batista bomb, throws Cena out of the ring, and Batista wins the 2005 Royal Rumble match. I think it was a good decision. I think people will crap on it, but at the same time, you gotta be a fucking idiot. I think at the same time, not all, but some people will get upset when, you know, Cena and Batista win the world titles at WrestleMania. But you gotta be a fucking idiot to push new stars. Don't have to push new stars. I think the company needs to push new stars because the next couple of years, wrestlers are no longer with the company. You know, some of them due to deaths, you know, like Eddie died in 2005, Benoit what they did in 2007, and most of the wrestlers leave the company to go to TNA, like Kurt Angle, RVD. So they have to push new stars. So I think Batista was getting over. You can tell he's gonna be the next guy. He'll carry the Raw brand, and also the rest of 2005 carry the SmackDown brand. You know, he'll reach the promised land at WrestleMania 21. He thought, you know, there were plans to have, Batista going to SmackDown facing JBL, going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, you know, between JBL, Cena, and Batista. Unfortunately, Batista went to Raw. Basically, Triple H talked shit at Batista behind his back, you know, set up the contract signing, and then you got, you know, Triple H, Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think that's going in that direction because late 2004, going into 2005, Triple H and Batista butt heads. You know, Batista wants to turn on Triple H. You know, you could tell he was getting over. So I think, the match. I think the match at WrestleMania 21, it was decent but not great. I think the best out of the rivalry was the Hell in a Cell match at Vengeance. You know, they had a good rivalry. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that match at WrestleMania 35. I don't have no opinions about it. I didn't saw WrestleMania 35 at the time in 2019. It's just me. Anyway, so my final rating for Royal Rumble 2005, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. This was a good show. You know, yeah, the only bad match on the show has to be the casket match between Undertaker versus Heidenreich. The OK has to be the World Heavyweight title match between Triple H and Orton. You know, the fans getting sick of Orton as the babyface. And also you got fucked up in this match. You know, you got Kokusk. And also you got some good. It's not like a must-see show, but you have some good. Like the opener between Edge and Shawn Michaels, that was a solid opener. You had the fun triple threat match between JBL, Angle, and Big Show. It was, you know, the ending was overbooked, but still fun. And also the Royal Rumble match, that was match of the night. You know, it's the SmackDown versus Raw show, man. You know, the SmackDown guys, you know, like I said, the SmackDown guys and the Raw guys brawling each other. Yeah, like bragging rights. So yeah, 7 out of 10. 2005 was a great year for the WWE. It was really one of the best years of the Ruthless Aggression era. And before that, one side note, I forgot, during that Rumble match you had Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. Shawn eliminated Kurt Angle. Angle got pissed off, eliminated Shawn Michaels, beat down Shawn Michaels with still steps, locked him in the ankle lock. Yeah, it set up a match at WrestleMania. Also set up a match on the Raw Homecoming show later on in the year, and also the blow off at Vengeance. So I forgot to mention that. So anyway, so yeah, so hope you enjoyed my review of the 2005 Royal Rumble show. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Next time, in the final weeks of January, let's go into the 1990s, you know, the early 1990s. So, boy, you know, I covered, you know, good to decent Royal Rumble matches, you know, but let's review a bad one. So, Next time, let's review. You know, it's too soon. Too soon to review. You know, Royal Rumble 2014 and 15. Let's review. Let's go. Yeah, Royal Rumble 1993. The first time that winner gets a shot at the world champion at WrestleMania. And yeah, you got Yoko won the Rumble, and also you got Brett versus Razor. So yeah, let's review a bad one. So next time we're reviewing 1993 Royal Rumble. So this is Essential Man officially signing out. Check you later. Royal Rumble 2005. I think it was it was a thumbs up show. Oh, that's a slightly thumbs up show. Decent undercard matches, and for me, really one of the most underrated Royal Rumble matches in Royal Rumble history.